Hi, everybody in YouTube world. It's June, your tarot queen. I will be using the Thelma tarot deck today. Um, this is Political Wednesday, so if you're not into the political, you might want to skip this one. However, I do the live on Saturday and Saturday live with June and Eleanor and Gina, hopefully. And then I do Sunday, Zodiac Sunday and Fun Day. But the Bills are playing tomorrow, so it'll be just Zodiac Sunday. But anyway, I was on a town hall with Marsha Blackburn, and they put you in a queue because it's through the phone, and they ask you what your question is, and they vent their questions. Well, my question was about healthcare, the farmers in Tennessee and around America, and also the pedophile, getting the pedophiles off the streets, or out of the White House, basically. That's what I was trying to say. However, I got the usual, Donald Trump is working on the soybean with China and blah blah blah, and I tried to intervene and say I'm wanting to know more about what you guys are going to do about the tariffs for these farmers who can't afford to fix their machinery or cannot afford to buy a new one, is what I was trying to get at. I'm not worried about soybeans. I'm worried about our farmers either planting anything, soybean, corn, tomatoes, whatever, lettuce, oranges, whatever they're plant grapes. I don't care. I just want them to be able to afford to maintain their equipment. And of course that cut me off. And of course the healthcare was the same. Oh, we're working on something that's going to be wonderful. Well, I don't see it. You just took away a bunch of healthcare, but of course you couldn't interject with her to, because if you did, you got cut off. Your voice got cut off. So you couldn't interject with her. So I thought it was a very unfair kind of town hall. I kind of thought it was one-sided, town hall. And then she would do some polls on there. And one of them was, are you for getting the criminals off the streets in Memphis? And of course, I am for getting criminals off the street anywhere. However, Memphis is a very dangerous city to even drive through, let alone live in. And I know this for a fact. However, I don't think Chicago is, even though it's a bigger city. I definitely don't think Portland is. So the poll was, do you approve of them getting the criminals off the street in Memphis? But what they were really trying to say is, do you approve of ICE agents getting immigrants out of here? And of course, we had our regular Tennesseans that believe that immigrants get health care, which is not true unless they are legal immigrants. Which it wasn't, you weren't able to interject. You weren't able to talk to anyone. And they vented, like I said, they sifted through who they wanted to answer questions for and who they didn't. I tried to be polite so I wouldn't get kicked off, but you know me. Anyway, so I want to do, I really feel like the Epstein files are, they went through the House, they went through the Senate, so they will be on Trump's desk. Now, after he signs it or whatever, then it has to go to the Justice Department. And I think they're going to drag their feet. I think this has been going on long enough. So I want to see how quickly that this will move for these victims living with what has happened to them since they were very young. And that's a hard thing to do, because I know I've been there. It's a hard thing to do. So I really want to see what's going on there. I've also had a visitor of sorts, and I think I know whose brother it is. I would like to know what he wants as well. So I may ask that after I do the Political Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and see if the Justice Department is going to drag their feet for the victims to not get their just reward, and the pedophiles to protect the pedophile rich, which is what's going on here. So let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. What are the energy of the cards? And whether you believe in them or not, and no one's perfect. Everybody has free will, so things can change. So you have to take this with what it is a guide, actually. So I think that's it. I'm going to just flip through and see if anything pops up for us on these Epstein, the Justice Department, and the Epstein files. I think that's all it wants to give me here. Okay, it looks to me like they are going to drag their feet. They're wondering if it's a battle that they should even fight. Should we just go ahead and lay it out there and let the people decide, or do we protect those who are apparently not paying their salary? We're the ones paying their salary, but anyway, so they're kind of iffy and on-y about it. They know the decision is going to come to them, and if it implicates the commander-in-chief, they may decide to drag it out a little bit longer. And how we can force them to do it, I don't know. This is the Five of Swords. This is the Four of Swords. It is reverse. So it doesn't look like this is going to go away. No matter what, we have other countries that are involved in this. There are the victims list. There are, if we are to believe the victims, which I think we should, they're living through this nightmare that of things that have happened to them, and nobody is believing them. And that's just not fair. There can't be that many people that things have happened to that don't know each other, that don't live in the same countries, and then be lying. It's just no way. So it's not going to go away no matter how much they try to sweep it under the rug. However, I do believe that they have hidden or destroyed some evidence against the orange one, not Sunkist either. I believe, that's me personally, that's not what the card said, but I believe they've had ample time to get rid of some damning evidence. And yes, they are getting their ducks in a row. Yes, they are. Three of Pentacles, that paper shuffling. Can we redact this? Can we redact that? Well, we have to redact this because it has a victim's name in it. Well, some of the victims have already spoken. So if you don't want to release the list, they will. And I say hats off to them. Get them, to make them pay for what they've done to you. Hats off to you. But they're getting their ducks in a row. They have had ample time to do so. So they're doing it. It doesn't look like there's going to be much justice, so I do think that they will drag their feet. It looks like judgment. I feel like I, I, I feel like this card is saying that people are becoming numb to what happens to other people. Like Donald Trump has given people permission to do whatever it is that he wants them to do, whatever it is that he feels like he um he wants them to do. He's given them permission to be mean and hateful and not care if someone has been hurt, especially a child, which I feel like he needs to be out of here. He needs the 25th Amendment enacted immediately. Uh, don't think it's going to happen, but I want to. Then you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, some people will, they're going to judge this. Some people will get their just reward, some will not. Of course, Virginia Dufresne, I mean, she's gone. And hopefully she is raining down from wherever she is and helping the other survivors to get through this and to fight hard and get what is rightfully theirs. I mean, they cannot get their innocence back, no, but they sure can make those people pay for what they did to them. And money doesn't buy you everything, guys. It doesn't get your innocence back, but it sure does help, especially nowadays. They're not taking action emotionally. They're not taking action on their emotional sides. They're just trying to do a job. So the Justice Department is just going to try to do a job. They're going to take their emotions aside. They may try to protect the president a little bit more, and they're just going to put their emotions aside. They're numb to it. And most of them are probably men that doesn't understand what it feels like to be violated. And I hope that they never do. But part of me wishes that it happens to the pedophiles that have done this to children, that they are violated in a way that hurts them to the core, like they have done to their victims. So hopefully some of them will use their emotion and vote, or just not destroy documentation. And if they do destroy documentation, that they're caught. Or we have a whistleblower. And you have the High Priestess. A lot of people are not listening to their intuition, their own intuition. They're following suit. So yes, in all, I do think the Justice Department will drag their feet on this. I think it's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be after the new year, probably maybe even after midterms in 2026, that it finally gets, the victims finally get their just reward. So just when we think we're making momentum, we're not. So there is a Democratic senator, or a person, Democrat, running for a Democratic seat. Her last name is Mays. I cannot pronounce her first name. Starts with A. She was on Midas Touch the other day, and I'm not sure what district she's in. I'm pretty sure she's not in my district because we have Marsha Blackburn. Anyway, if I could vote for her, I would 100% vote for her. But I do not think she's in my district, so I do want to kind of ask, how her campaign is going, how we as a collective universe of people can help her to flip that seat to blue, and that would be like amazing in a ruby red state that we live in here in Tennessee. It would be just amazing. And that might put some fear into Donald Trump and the Republican Party, but hopefully they don't rig it, but you never know. And again, I'm not sure what district she's running in, but I'm sure it's not mine. But if I could go to where she is and hold up a sign and, or, pass out water or do whatever I could do to get the people to vote for her, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat if I could. I don't have any money to donate to her campaign, or I would do that as well, but I don't. So I can't. The only thing I can donate is my voice to our community and tell you what I think. So let's see how her campaign is going. Her campaign, how is Vietnamese campaign Maze campaign going? This is it. Well, it looks like that, she's had a slow start. She's got the moon card, which is a major arcana card, and she's had a slow start. She's just a little bit behind on the polls in Tennessee. She was a lot behind, and then she went to 6, and now it's 4. So the last I heard, I'm hoping that her momentum picks up and that her messaging gets across, because she is for the American people, all American people, not just Democrat, not just Republican, not just independent, but all American people. She wants to help the farmers. She wants to help with clean air, clean food, to help with insurance, to help with everything that she can possibly help with. I think that she's a very compassionate individual. And but she's having a slow start, guys, so we need to really try to help her. If you're in her district, please vote for her. I think that you would be pleasantly surprised on what she can bring to the table versus that Cam guy who sounds like a yes man to me. But anyway, then she has the 8. She is not trapped into a certain way how she politicizes. This is the 8 of Swords. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. I've got a kind of a glare on my table here. Maybe it's because I don't have all my lights on, but see if that helps any at all. No, not really. But it is the 8 of Swords. It is reversed. So it's telling me that she is not trapped into any kind of particular way of campaigning. I think she's being real. She's being true to herself. And she's being true to the American people. Most politicians, you think, I don't know, they lie all the time. But I really feel like that she's not lying. I feel like that she really, truly wants to help most Tennesseans and all Americans. So whether you are Republican or whatever. Now she's got the 8 of Pentacles. So her campaign is picking up. It's picking up momentum, and it's also picking up more money. Good for her. Yay. She's got some people backing her up and some people working very hard for her behind the scenes, making phone calls, knocking on doors, doing what she can to explain her policies, her way of thinking. So I really do believe that her momentum is picking up. So I like that. I love that card. And 8 is abundance. And then she has the Empress. So I think she could win. I think that she really could put the let me help you. Let me It's the mother card. She is, she wants to help. She wants to nurture. She wants to make the farmers fertile again and make them grow and prosper, not only here in Tennessee, but all across America. And I believe that she is a nurturing soul. I think that she will be the best person for the job. So, y'all get out and vote for her, okay? And listen to her, listen to her speak, listen to her and make your own judgment. You don't have to follow what I say, but, just get out there and just try to hear what she has to say. And that's all you really need to do is just listen for a little bit and see what she has to say. Now, I want to find out what this brother is trying to tell me. I've seen a shadow figure of him. Plus, he knocked with a finger knuckle on my bedroom door. There was no one there. So I want to know what he is trying to tell to his family members or his family member. Because he is on the other side. I know that, and he is yet to leave my house. I don't think he means me any harm. I think that he is just trying to get a message across to his siblings or his other family member. And I'm not sure what the message is, but we'll find out. Try to find out if he's wanting to talk. Okay, what is your message? You know who you are. You know who you want to talk to. What is your message? That's it. Okay. This is the ace, which is normally a new card, but it is reversed. So I think he's trying to say that, things have happened that you have no control over right now. Yes, things were terrible. Yes, people got away with shit. They're always getting away with shit. But is there something you can do about it right now? Is there? Is what he's asking you. Do you have an old ideal that you want to bring forward? If so, do it. And the rest of the cards he's trying to say is, okay, it's the Scorpio type of thing. And holding on to those things that don't serve you or those things you can do nothing about is killing you. Yes, you have people in your life that this is affected as well. And in order to help them, you need to help you. They need you. So you got to be determined and let go of the grudge and be determined to do something about it if you can. And if you can't, then you can't, except for worry about it. And worry is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy, but it doesn't get you anywhere. And this is your brother talking. This is not June talking. And I do feel like it's a male energy. Polite, but male. And he says the moon card. I think there's some depression going on. There's some disappointment, of course. You've tried everything that you know to do, and you haven't gotten anywhere. You're running in place. And that, my friend, I know is depressing. I've been there. I got the suit, the handbag, and the shoes to match. So that, my friend, I know is depressing. So you need to try to get back into some things that make you happy, some things that bring a smile to your face. And I think it would bring a smile to his spirit if you would do that. He is very concerned with you, your health, your depression. He's very concerned with that. So Then you have the Six of Cups, which is normally I want to say if it's, straight up, this one is reversed. If it's straight up, I want to say you need to let that little child of yours come out and play and have a good time and laugh and joke. But I really feel like you need to get down to business and do things that make your heart happy, yes, but do things that are productive for yourself and for your children, for your people. Make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do to protect everyone concerned. And then you have the Sun card, and it's also reversed. This is your first major here. And it says, there are some opportunities that you may not can fix what happened years ago, but you can keep it from happening to anyone else. I don't know if I can get this in focus or not. But it is the Sun card. And I believe that your opportunities of fixing what happened to you and yours is there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can prevent it from happening to others. And I feel like that's where you need to start. I think that's where it's going to make your heart feel a lot better that you've helped other people fight that fight. And it says, you are very talented and very, very creative. So, and this has to do with paper. So if you're working on a book, well then do it. Triggered or not, fight through it and do it. Get it out there. Change the names to protect the innocent, but definitely get it out there. It needs to be like the memoirs of Virginia Dufresne. It needs to be out there. You need to work on it and get it published is what needs to happen. So that would change a lot of things. And those people whom, regardless if you change your name, don't know who you're talking about. And so will the whole world. Well, they may not know their names, but they will know. And then the people will maybe put two and two together and know as well. But anyway, you need to get that book published to where it helps others, because that's where you're going to find your relief, is by you doing what you can to prevent what happened to you and yours from happening to anyone else. So that, my friend, is our Political Wednesday with a bonus for They Know Who They Are. So anyway, we have a Political Wednesday with a bonus. And don't forget our live on Saturday, which will start at 3 o'clock-ish p.m. Eastern Time. And then our Zodiac Sunday. And I may do an impromptu live sometime maybe next week. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that everything is the way it's supposed to be. And let's turn that region blue. I can't wait. I'm even wearing blue for it. So anyway, stay mystical, you guys.